audio2score is our music recognition and transcription program. It can transcribe classical music, jazz, also pop songs, because in its newest version it can even recognize vocals. And as if this wasn't enough, audio2score can also create adaptations. So you could transcribe an MP3 file of a pop song, for example, and create piano adaptations for you. I will show you how in a minute, but first of all, I would like to show you how audio2score can assist you in creating musical arrangements, another very interesting feature. So let's get started. Okay, so for this part I would like to transcribe a piano solo and create an adaptation for a brass quartet of my choosing. First step is starting the recognition. I will open the MP3. Since this is a piano solo, I choose the recognition piano only. And let's go. Okay, now let's listen to the recognition as it is. Actually, let's listen to the original first. Okay, and now I will use this slider down here, you see it down here, to listen to the recognition. Okay, now this is jazz, so obviously not every note is rhythmically 100% precise. This was to be expected, but we will fix this when we go into the arrangement. Now, the first step for me is to change the instrumentation from piano to brass quartet, and then I will switch to the main program. So up here you see the sound tissue. Those are all the recognized notes, and to the left you see our current instrumentation. Now for me the first step is to change this instrumentation to my needs. This will take a while, so I will skip forward. Okay, so as you can see on the left side in this system template, I have changed the instruments to flute, trumpet, baritone saxophone and tuba. And now I can start the arrangement. I can edit notes up here in the sound tissue or down here in the preview. And let me give you an example. I will not show you every step of making this arrangement because this would take too long. I just wanted to demonstrate some key functions. For example, I can simply delete this tuba note and this one as well. And maybe I would like the tuba to play a very long note. This is not a problem. I can simply drag this note. And as you can see down here, I don't have to worry about the rests because audio2score does that automatically. Yes. Another thing you can do is assign instruments, like if you have a note that should be played by another instrument, in our case, let's say that this note should not be played by the flute but by the trumpet. I can simply right-click on the note and assign it to another instrument. Also down here in the preview, I can simply move it up and down as I wish. Later, like after this sort of intro, there comes a part where the flute will play a nice melody, and I would like to harmonize this melody. audio2score assists me in arranging this by displaying the harmony of these measures. For example, I can click on these and it will show me up here which notes are involved in this harmony. This makes arrangement much easier, of course. Yeah, that's about it for the functions I wanted to demonstrate. Now let me show you how the arrangement looks when I'm done. Okay, so welcome back. I'm pretty much done with this arrangement, and I think we should simply listen to it to give you an idea of what you can do. Okay, that's about it for arrangements. Honestly, you should just give it a try. It's really fun to do. And anyway, let's move on to adaptations. Okay, so let's open the MP3 file that I've prepared for showing you pop song adaptations. This time I will choose pop with the vocals because that is what I have. Okay, now that the recognition is complete, let's first listen to the original.
The moon is high, the stars align, your laughter.
Okay, you get the idea. It's a simple ballad. What I want to create now is a holistic accompaniment. So I will deactivate the vocals because I don't really need them for this. And as instrumentation, I will simply set it to piano. Now, what I can do first is choose harmonic notes, for example, and set the difficulty to simple. Let's see what this does. Okay, so this is, for starters, like a very simple way to accompany this song. Let's pick it up a little bit. Let's choose a more difficult way to accompany this. Okay, this sounds pretty nice already, but if we choose the difficulty difficult, well, this might be a little, well, over the top. Also pretty nice. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I can go to the main program where I will have much more settings that I can change, because this is just a preset. On the bottom right corner, you will find these settings: piano, right and left hand. And I can choose what kind of accompaniment I would like for this specific voice. For example, let's say that on the right hand, I will simply play chords. You see, now he sets the chords on the right hand. And let's have the left hand go 1/8 fan with bass note. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay, not too bad. We have a lot of those, as you can see. Let's switch to something like pop 2. Now, of course, I don't want the left hand playing 8th notes anymore. Let's go to bass notes. Okay, again, we already have a lot of presets, but there's one thing more that we can do, and that is actually recreating what we heard in the original. So to recreate what we heard in the original, I will type this, which means it's an 8th accompaniment, and then I can choose which notes of the chord is played at which time. For example, if I type 2/3, we have the second and the third note of the chord that is played. For example, we have E here, and we have a G sharp and a B. And but we don't want it like this. We want it alternating with the first note of the chord, which is the E. So I add a 1. And that's basically it. And you can build whatever kind of accompaniment you want just with these numbers. There is, like, of course, a lot of documentation how you can enter this. This is too much to go into right now, but as you can see, you have a lot of options. Okay, let's listen to this one more time. Okay, I will fade in the original with the slider down here.
Like
that's basically it. This is how you can create adaptations. I hope you found that useful.